those of us that are coming on this boot camp and have never attended the boot camp before ought to know this. If you don't know this, you would not be able to make the best out of it. Number one assignment, before Friday, before midnight on Thursday, that means before 0:01 of Friday, you must, by Facebook Messenger, send us, number one, your objective. That means specific to your student or pupils or child that you want to accomplish through this boot camp. So if you're coming on this boot camp, you will work, you will extend yourself beyond anything you've done before. That's what most people that have been through it will tell you. So the first thing you do before you come, you must tell us what your objective is. Why? That is your why. Why did you book on this boot camp? Why is it that for 2 full days, flat out, it's flat out, 2 full days, you will not be able to experience 24 hours like you've never done before. So all day Saturday, all day Sunday, you don't have excuse. Your son or your daughter or your people will not have excuse. They will experience what is science. They will realize what science is from a totally different mediocre perspective, because right now the school teach science like they teach any other subject that's based on the curriculum. Here we knock down the 4 walls of the curriculum and will expose your child to high level scientific concepts. And how are we able to accomplish that? You would read that 6-year-old were able to pass their GCSEs. That means a child at the age of 6 went and wrote the same exam as people that were 16 years old, and the child of 6, the child of 7, and the child of 8 scored more marks than every single 16-year-old that is of their ability or higher. Let me say this slowly. You have a child, your child is quote unquote, according to the school curriculum, this age or that age. So what you then have to do is that you currently work with the child on the basis of the age they told you. Now when you come down to boot camp, we will look at the child and we will look at the students, and we will take you up to the level that the child is supposed to be, not what they told us the child can be. So number one thing, therefore, you need to tell us now, before you come, tell us what is your objective specific to the child. What is your objective specific to a time? What is your objective specific to a task? So your objective should not be, oh, I want my student or my child to learn more or to learn faster. That's not acceptable. You must write the objective that you want your 9-year-old to be able to win 2 scholarships to high school. You must say that. You must say exactly what you want. You must say. Or if you are a parent coming for the entrepreneurial one, you say you want to be able to accomplish there's entrepreneurial stream. You want to be able to accomplish 7 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's 5, 6, 7. So you want to be able to accomplish 7 figures in 12 months. So what is your objective for coming? Because there are many other things you could have done this weekend. What is your objective for coming? What is your objective for registering? If you're a parent registering your child, what is your objective for registering your child? You need to be able to say that, and you need to be very clear with it. If you know what is your objective for registering for this summer boot camp, you also now know what is the objective you are going to accomplish. Because without an objective, you don't have an end target. without an objective, you don't have a goal. So you must have a goal. So what is the goal for your son? What is your goal for your daughter? And what is your goal for yourself? You cannot say you want this to be accomplished for your son or daughter. You can't say you want your daughter that is 9 years old to accomplish, say, high school level maths and end there. You must say you want your 9-year-old to acquire high school level maths in 5 months or in 11 months. And then we will tell you what role A, the father of this child will play, what role B, the mother of this child will play, and then what role C, the siblings of this child will play. So we have this based on this. So using words, I just want her to be better in reading is not, repeat, not an acceptable objective. You got to say you want specific reading level. You want to acquire a particular reading age. Because we are guaranteeing, we are not promising, we are guaranteeing results. So you must tell us the result. We're not going to hope that things get better. We're not going to pray that things get better. We are specific looking at step 1. If you want to get a scholarship, do you play any musical instrument? Step 2, if you want to get a scholarship, do you have any sporting interest? Can we convert this interest to achievements? Can we convert your musical interest to a grade on the piano? If we cannot answer this, then we are not able to, thank you for your comments or for those that are logged in online. If you are not able to tell us specifically where the child is now and therefore where you want the child to go, because right now the student is at a particular level. Right now the student is level X or has a mathematical age of 6 or 16 or 12. So that's number 1. Number 2, you outline the objective for each child. So if you have 3 children, you will have 3 different sets of objectives. One set of objectives for one child, and then for the other child, and for yourself. You must also, if you're going to say you want a musical scholarship, because there are scholarships available. By the way, scholarships are undersubscribed. You might say, oh, what's that? What we say is that there are fewer people applying for scholarship vacancies than there are scholarship places. So if you see people saying, oh, we are not fortunate to get a scholarship, it has everything to do with the application process. So note this down, because this is something we are going to discuss. This is a question that most people ask. You say you didn't get a scholarship. You didn't get a scholarship is not because of your ability. Everybody thinks this. Everybody thinks, I didn't pass the 11 plus, or I didn't pass the 16 plus, or I didn't pass the 13 plus, or I didn't pass the SAT, or I didn't pass what most people call PLAB for adults and for parents, or I didn't pass the ACT or LNAT because of ability. No. You didn't pass it. In our cases, our students have multiple. Someone has got more than 20 different scholarships at that level. Here we have the world record of 60 different scholarships at post-16 level. We have the record with shortest time to do this. The reason why we do that is we know it's not based on your ability, it's based on your capability and knowledge of the application process. I hope you write that down. The fact that you did not get a scholarship has nothing to do with the child's ability or your ability. No, not at all. It has a lot more to do with your capability, which is a function of your guidance and the information you have. And then it has a lot to do with your familiarization with the application process. For scholarships, 70% of failed admissions and scholarship, 70% is a function of one thing: ignorance of the application process. We will play you a video on that was broadcast by the Russian equivalent of CNN, RTTV, and you will see a student there that you will know patently that child is bright and has not been able to access the scholarship. And they will play you another video of Samantha, which is the British equivalent of the Fox News. You will see that ability is not what anyone would ever dream of testing, because we haven't invented the best way to do ability. The best we have is a blunt instrument, very blunt instrument, called memory recall. When you're doing an exam, you're doing memory recall. Sometimes you do logic. So we expose all our students to games of logic. They play games of logic. And then they do memory, special memory techniques, special memory exercises. And they are called games. So they do memory games, they do logic games. That's not done in mainstream school. That cannot be done in your day-to-day school, because your day-to-day school is fixated to curriculum. Curriculum means you take 10 steps, you take a breath. You take another 10 steps, you take a breath. So if you lose breath at the 7th step, they say you're a failure. If you keep going, then they say you are great. So your curriculum requires you to be compliant at the knowledge you have and at the pace you get it. We decouple that in this weekend that you are lucky to get a place in, because I understand a few people cannot longer get a place. I'm sorry, because you should have booked earlier. So I'm talking to people that have already booked. How do you prepare to come? I'll come back to preparation. First thing you must do, if you want to make the best of the weekend, you must understand that you are going to write before the event your objective, specific, and you will send it through our Facebook Messenger. We're reluctant to ask you to email it, because email is old-fashioned. If you are very old-fashioned and you need to email it, you write info@excellenceineducation.org.uk. But our preference would be for you to come to our Facebook Messenger page, because it goes to multiple devices and it's there all the time. The second thing, once you've gotten that, is for you to now really understand why you are sending anyone in there. What role do you have to play? Do you have any role to play? You must say it. So what role do you have to play? And then you must tell us what you want to accomplish. If you're doing the entrepreneurial stream, if you're doing entrepreneurial, this is what you want to accomplish. And you tell us the size of the target and the timeline. You must tell us the timeline, and then we'll give you the facility to be able to get through that. And remember, if you're able to send your objective in time, you will get your wonderful present, which is the book written by Michelle Obama for free. You get Michelle Obama's book for free. You can go and find out how much it will cost you if you went to the bookstore. A book written by Michelle Obama, because Michelle Obama visited London, visited our student, and went back to the US, talked about what we do in London in terms of empowering inner city and giving tools to inner city students to accomplish the highest possible level of scholarship. And Michelle wrote it in her book, and we will be very glad to make that available to you. Then, Robert Kiyosaki, for those of you that are doing the entrepreneurship group, Robert Kiyosaki, you tagging, someone is asking for tagging here, so you can share and tag. And please share this with any person that you think is coming to the end of the academic year and they did not accomplish what they wanted to, or ran into some disappointment of some sort. Please make sure you share and tag it for them. So if we have your objective in time, you will get the book by Michelle Obama titled Becoming. It's the best-selling book of all times, the best-selling autobiography of all times. You will know why we are telling you to read the book, because we are not just recommending it because it's the best-selling book of all time, because it has genuine overlap between what we share here, what we shared 5 years ago on this platform, and what we shared 15 years ago, and the result is produced. So it's a universal principle. If you want a scholarship or admissions to top American university, here we go. You will understand why we're getting that objective collected. If you want the best schools or institution in Europe, we will also make sure that is clear to you. So it's a good thing you came ahead and you start working on this. And we will give you not just the formula and the component ingredient that will determine this, because it's determinable. It's not something that you guess about. You don't hope and pray about it. And then we'll also make the book available to you, the book written by my great friend, Robert Kiyosaki. Great friend, great. He came down to London, and they would not believe his camaraderie. The way he interacted, no airs, no graces. You will get a free copy of his book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And those of you on the entrepreneurial stream will get a copy of that. So if you send your objective in, we'll give you a free Obama book, give you a free Robert Kiyosaki book, and you will understand some things that you never ever thought of before and has never been presented to you in simple terms, so that you go away and implement it. So remember your objective, if you have 3 children, you must have 3 different objectives. Are you targeting, or some people are falling off? Some people are falling off this thing. Igor, is Igor on? Igor is not on. We'll see whether Igor is able to. Becky is not on. All the people that have booked, make sure that you are present and you are interacting with us today, because we want to take all the questions. What you need to bring. So once you have written your objectives, we will look at it, and we will therefore, on the basis of what you want to accomplish, please do not be afraid to set bold objective and goals. Do not be naive to say because of the situation you are in now, you can dream. There is no cost to a big dream. Dream big. Then the role that the father plays in accomplishing the objective, the role that the mother plays in accomplishing the objective, and the role that any siblings will play to make sure that the level of learning, reading, writing, mathematics, and science hits scholarship level. That's what we're looking at. That's what we give guarantee. We'll spend some time looking at music and what role music will play. And if you're really thinking of musical and choral scholarship, what you should be doing now. Because in another few weeks, 2 weeks, we have our students going, leading the University of Oxford on a musical tour of Europe. And this is not the first time, this is not the second time. We have generations of students, they lead because they are choristers or choral scholars of Oxford. Then what sporting interest you have, how you can convert your sporting interest to accomplishment. There's a formula. The child likes watching football. How do we get that child to play football and be able to be FIFA rated? Yes. The child likes playing music. How do we get? Because I was with the president of UEFA. Those of you that follow me on social media, about 4 weeks ago when it came down to England, and you hear the discussion we had there about the academies, the sporting academies attached to clubs, and then how we can regenerate and re-stimulate interest in high school kids getting into football, and that's applicable to every other sport. Because the truth stands today that most people, before coming on this course, always think, thank you, Hannah, thank you, and anyone that has any question, please, I want it to be as interactive as possible. So, Hannah, Edwin, BCK, try, if you have any questions, I'll be able to take it. But this specific program is regarding the summer science program, where all the children are going to participate at university level, regardless whether they are primary school level. And it's still on my Facebook page. The link is there, and it's the first link now. It's the first post on my Twitter page. So if you haven't booked, I know it's very tight. I know it's very, very tight. I think it's fully oversubscribed, but we'll see what we can do to people that are determined to come. We're having people from all over the place. People from the US, people from Africa, people from all over participating in the program. So it's useful for you to be able to take part, not just hear. If you hear, we cannot guarantee results. If you take part, you will do exercises. The first exercise is to submit your objective. The second exercise, review it and work with you and be able to accomplish something bigger than what you ever thought. Because most people focus on ability. They think you get a scholarship, you get an ability. No, you don't get a scholarship on ability. Fundamentally flawed thinking. You get it on capability and guidance. You get it on your knowledge or ignorance of the application process. If you don't know when the application process starts, you won't even be able to catch the deadline. Then 70% fail to get admissions to top high schools, top colleges, and top institutions because they do not understand this simple game. The game of logic and the game of memory. We have optimum games that underlines this. So if you're writing the SAT exam, you're writing the 11th class, you're writing the 13th class, you're writing the 16th class, you're writing PLAB, you're writing SAT, LNAT, BMAT. BMAT is another one. Or any of the associated selection exams. Gamification guarantees it. And we're going to give you testimonies upon testimonies of people of lower ability who has their capability. We had a boost on their capability with direct laser focus knowledge of the application process, ending up with multiple scholars. So it has nothing to do with ability. And then the learning process, redefined and remodified. You will carry out what is called speed reading. You're going to speed read, and you're going to learn fast, and you're going to cover, I'm telling you this, 14 newspapers before 7 a.m. in the morning, when you really literally woke up at about 6 o'clock. So in 1 hour you read 14 different newspapers. You're going to do practical exercises of speed reading. You're going to be a speed learner. This is not ifs and buts. You will learn faster than anybody that has ever talked to you or anybody who ever worked with you. And so, what do you need to bring? You need to bring, number one, your mobile phone. Or what our American cousins will call the cell phone. Number one. Number two, you need to come with your tablet like this. Come with the tablet. Because these are the things that are going to boost your learning in the ways that you can imagine. Come with your tablets, because we're going to have access to Wi-Fi and be able to work on that. So you come with your tablet. Number 3, you come with your laptop. So these are the key things you need to come with. If you have a battery, fine. If you don't have battery, we'll help you in charging it. If you have your charging cable, fine. If you don't have it, and then make sure that they are empty. Number 2, make sure that they are empty. They are fully charged and they are empty, and you're able to walk through that. So I'll wrap up by saying that congratulations if you got a place and your place is confirmed. You've got a letter or an email back from Eventbrite saying that you are on this thin, intensive, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, the last weekend of June. The beauty of coming on this is what everyone has shared before. You cannot go home without the blueprint. So the blueprint is this. Once we know your objective, we break your objective down to simple tasks. Once you know the task, we're able to break that down to micro tasks. Once you know the micro task, then you are able to write any advanced exams based on time. So we're going to have a timetable. What you do weekly, and then what you do monthly, and then what you do termly. And the pace of this is a function of you that is giving the supervision. It's never a function of the student. So I'm going to take in a few questions. If you have any questions, have that. If not, thank for someone's asking for the link. It's difficult for me to be able to share the link because I understand that most people have rushed and have booked this experience. It's a great experience because most people that have had it before want to come back and have it again because they've seen the results that have been produced for them. So if you have any questions, please send that through. We're going to walk through that, and we're in a glorious decor here. The great place is palatial. You're able to pick up the ceiling floor and the chandelier, and we're making life very, very comfortable for everyone that comes, and understand that you're going to leave. You're going to leave here leading. You're going to have your own little kingdom, which is called subject. So we're going to assist you to make sure that you become kings of different subjects. So if you're finding science difficult, then this weekend is the cure for all the difficulty you're going to have. And here are the real basics why it makes so much difference to so many people. We will give you the 5 T's that is never available in mainstream school. This is never available in mainstream school. We'll give it to you and get you to implement it. The first T is the technique. We'll give you the technique. The second T are the tools. That's why we say you must come with your tablets. The third thing is the technology. The fourth is your thinking. So your thinking is going to change. You're going to see what's it. And then the last one is the tutelage. Now, these 5 T's gets it somewhere. And you've never wanted to be, and you never thought it was possible, because you thought it was not possible, you couldn't do it. And then this triangle looks like a triangle to some people, others it's like a pyramid. What happens here at this level, and what happens at the bottom? We're going to tell you if it's called the learning pyramid. We'll go through that this weekend. So make sure that you do all your resting now, you're sleeping now. Tomorrow we might have another session to make sure that we'll take additional questions. So what do you need to bring? You cannot bring your objective. You have to have set your objective ahead of time. So if we don't get the objective ahead of time, it tells us one simple thing. Your commitment to your success is questionable. So you have to write, why are you coming? The objective. If you're coming with 2, 3, or 4 children, you have to write how you want that first objective achieved in the first child, and the second child, and the third child. And if you are not clear about it, we're going to play some videos from old edition last year because Imperial College was kind enough to host us last year, thanks to Professor Popola last year, and he saw the gamification of learning. That comes if we have specific objective, clearly measurable, and will guide you if it's wrong. If you do it the wrong way, there's a right way of doing it and a wrong way of doing it. So when we don't just tell us, oh, I want to try to learn more, I want to try to learn faster. No, you have to tell us, your 9-year-old, you want your 9-year-old to win 2 scholarships, or 4 scholarships, or 5 scholarships. And then we will be able to send you the book. We will send you the book. So that's essentially, we're going to send you the Michelle Obama book, we're sending you the Robert Kiyosaki book, free, once we have your objective. And then we'll have to get you to spend the whole day boosting your learning speed, because you're going to do speed reading, you're going to understand the difference between getting scholarships, getting admissions to top schools, and your ability, because it's not based on your ability, what is it based on? You need to be able to know that. You need to understand gamification. Never, ever, ever mention the school, and mention the curriculum. You need to understand why you need to read for only 1 hour and clean 14 different national newspapers. There are going to be practical exercises. You can't come in without having a cell phone or a mobile phone. You can't come in, if you don't have a cell phone, you should have a tablet. If you don't have a tablet, you must have a laptop. You must have 1 of 3 of this. If you really want to get everything, get all 3. If you have any questions, great, let us know, and I will respond to you very quickly. And you're living with 5 different things. You're going to go with new techniques, new tools, new technology, new thinking, and other new people. So you that are here, I hope you've already made your notes, and because you've made your notes, I want all of you to submit